Ayo, welcome to episode 27, the final episode. Wait, that did not sound epic enough.
The final episode
of Create This Book by Mariah Elizabeth and Ashleigh Monet, along with me. I cannot believe we are really, honestly, truly about to finish Create This Book. I knew we'd get here eventually, but man, we're here. So we have 5 prompts left in this book before it's finished. Can you tell I'm excited to finish? So enough of me talking. Let's jump right in and see what I can create. All right, first prompt of the week. Create a scrapbook page. Make a 1-page scrapbook. Attach photos and decorate the page with colored paper, tape, stickers, etc. Now for this scrapbook page, I have a very special muse. I present to you Hendrix. Yes, we have a new kitty. How cute is he? So my More Monet members already know about little Hendrix here. I posted him right after we got him. But yeah, Cody's birthday weekend just passed, and to celebrate, we got ourselves a little kitty. Also, we took a moth pinning class, so my death head moth back there used to just be a sticker. It's a real moth now. And yeah, we adopted this Schnookums. Did we need another cat? No, absolutely not. We already have 3. But you know, we have 4 members of the family, so now we're even. I will say, if you live in Colorado, Riverdale Animal Shelter, it's out in Brighton and it is overcrowded right now. I guess over the summer they broke up a ton of hoarding houses and they have something like 800 cats that they got to get rid of. So we did our part. We made a micro dent. He is so amazing. He's so adorable, super, super sweet, very playful, and oh my gosh, he's just so tiny. I'm actually interested to see how big he gets when he grows. Yo, okay. Come here. Let me give you kisses. Go do your thing. Okay, focus. Back to this scrapbook page. I don't have colored paper to use for the page, but I can always paint it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the left side a deep olivey green, inspired by the color of his sweet little eyes. Yeah, she's my green-eyed boy. And then for the right side, I'll go with a dark gray, inspired by his super cool, almost gunmetal gray fur. I've never had a gray cat before, and I just love that about him. Like, not that we would ever pick a cat based solely on its color. Well, I don't know, maybe if it was a black cat, but I do like that we kind of have a variety of cats now. I went ahead and printed out a few photos of the little love bug. Look at that little face. We'll start by cutting those out. No lie, this prompt is one of those that really doesn't require a lot of work or creativity, like you're just cutting and pasting. But sometimes those prompts are a nice soft start, especially in weeks like this where I have more than the normal amount of prompts. Let's glue these photos in. Nice, but we need more. I actually considered going shopping in the scrapbook section for some cute kitty-themed stickers, but then I realized I could make them myself. I'm not going to get crazy with them. I'm just going to draw a few on some of my cheaper sticker paper. You see, when I first started making stickers, I didn't realize there was a crazy quality difference between regular adhesive sticker paper and vinyl sticker paper. Vinyl is the only way to go, but I purchased a huge pack of regular sticker paper that I never use. So hey, this was a welcome use for it, finally. I decided to do a collage of different letter types to spell out Hendrix, a couple of little paw prints, and a little #CatMom sticker. And as if on cue, like he knew this page was about him, there he is, being the most adorable little nuisance ever. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a kitten, but I certainly forgot how curious they are about everything. It is so, so precious. Play break. Okay, about an hour later, I'm done procrastinating. Let's add the stickers. Woohoo! One last little detail, I wanted to add some washi to the page too. You know, really make it look scrapbooky, technical term. And with that, I think we can say this page is done. Love the green side the most, for sure. I'm not much for scrapbooking, but I had a lot of fun with this page, and I love giving a little nod to our newest little fur baby. Next prompt, create contrast. Think of a pair of opposites. Present them together on this page.
Examples, good and evil, light and dark, etc.
As soon as I read this prompt, my brain started shouting extra loud, hot and cold, do hot and cold. I decided to roll with that first instinct, and then I immediately connected it to coffee. I love coffee so much, maybe a little too much. Yeah, see how shaky those lines are? I just had a fresh cup of coffee. But yes, I do love it, and I especially love that you can have it both ways, hot and cold, depending on like your mood, the weather, whatever. Now, personally, I'm an iced coffee girly and gravitate toward a cold brew even in the winter months. I have to be in a very specific mood to take my coffee hot. A cozy mood. You know those days where you just want to curl up under a blankie and be a couch potato? Yeah, those are hot coffee days. If I want to be productive, however, it's iced coffee all the way. There is, however, one exception. And I thought with fall finally descending upon us, it was only appropriate that this page would be inspired by that one exception. Pumpkin spice lattes. The good old PSL. Call me basic, I don't care. I love me a pumpkin spice latte. And in my personal opinion, the only way to enjoy one is hot. It is the ultimate cozy drink. Still, I do know certain people like to change up their pumpkin spice, hot one day, cold the next. Well, hey, this page is for you. I actually really had fun drawing this page. It feels like a success whenever what I've drawn has my mouth watering and has me feeling like I need to get one immediately to curb the craving. Okay, so as you can see, I played around with the cup logo a bit. I definitely wanted it to have the Starbucks vibe without it straight up being the Starbucks logo because I don't particularly enjoy Starbucks these days. But Starbucks is everywhere. It's super recognizable. I wanted that familiarity, but also for it to be obvious that these were pumpkin spice. So boom, it's a pumpkin. Let me just tighten up this line work. Heck yes. And now it's juicy highlight time. Alrighty, now that our drinks are done, let's flip back to the book and make some nice pumpkin spice pages for them to go on. Ugh, I just love that deep burnt shade of orange. It is perfect. It's so fall. And just to really drive it home exactly what the pair of opposites is on this page, I'm gonna write it all over like a madman. Hot, 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 cold, 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 cold. Now let's glue in our coffees. Ooh, I love this page. It looks scrumdiddlyumptious. What can I say? I just love pumpkin spice coffee, and I am so happy that it's the time of year where we actually get to enjoy it, whether it's hot, whether it's cold. Next, create an assessment. Dedicated? Dedicate this page to an everyday task. Write about whether you like or dislike it. So my everyday task that I will be assessing is driving in rush hour traffic, and boy, oh boy, do I hate it. I have to do it every day when shuttling my kids to and from school, primarily for Landon. Like Cody takes Phoebe to school, and her day ends a little bit earlier. But Landon starts and ends literally during peak rush hour, and it is absolutely miserable on the roads. Altogether, I spend 5 hours a day driving. An hour driving Landon to school, an hour coming back home, 2 hours picking both kids up, and an hour coming back home. I've mentioned before that I have pretty extreme road rage, and it is amplified by the sheer amount of time I have to spend fighting for my life in bumper-to-bumper traffic. As such, I identify so much with this episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Dennis moves to the suburbs and has to commute through rush hour traffic to get to work every day.
Oh, merge! Yeah, come on, you got to seize the goddamn gap. People are so goddamn inefficient. Oh, god damn it! I don't care if you're old, seize the gap! You old fat bitch! No, don't merge. We'll all wait for you to send your text. You fat pig! I'm letting you in, pig! I'm gonna show up to work, have everybody be like, why is there blood all over you? Because I had to slit the guy's throat who causes all the traffic!
Ugh, it's me. This struggle is so real. Believe me, I've tried deep breathing, meditation, classical music. Nothing helps. The way that a select few drivers' complete inability to drive causes that ripple effect that leads to traffic jams and then affects everybody else's morning. Oh, it's just so outrageous. These people really are so goddamn inefficient. Anyways, I decided to just replicate this screen grab from the episode because I think it says everything I need to say about the daily driving experience. Okay, so for the actual assessment, I typed up this Amazon-style review from the perspective of Dennis, but really, these are my sentiments on the task of driving. 1 star. Driving in traffic. Kill me. Only gave 1 star because 0 was not an option. Commuting across town during rush hour traffic will challenge whatever faith you have in the human race. I have almost certainly knocked at least 5 years off my life expectancy just from the stress of dealing with the stupidity of others. I must remind myself daily that I could never hack it in prison just to avoid slitting the throat of the guy who causes all the traffic. Seize the gap! We've got to get this into the book, but first, let's zhuzh up the prompt. I'm going with the same golden, orangey yellow of the 1 star in our review, and now we glue in the rest. I love and hate this page. Obviously hate the activity associated with it, but I'm happy with how the page turned out, and of course, love the episode that inspired it. I mean, we have to be able to laugh at these things, otherwise we'd cry, right? But let's press on to happier thoughts. Create scenery. Think about a place you would like to travel, real or fantasy. Draw pictures / take notes about how it would look and feel. Now, as a person, I'm not much for traveling. It's just not my jam. I love staying home. However, the idea has grown a lot more on me this year. I think with the absolute dumpster fire that the US is right now, I'm starting to like the idea of a little holiday overseas. America, I think we need a break. And it's not me. It's you. Anyways, I've given some thought to where I would vacation to if I could, and I think it would be the UK. I've got my sights set on England specifically, but can't you all drive 3 hours and be in a different country? So who knows, maybe I'll see it all. But I love the idea of cozying up in a sweet little countryside cottage. I just love the look and feel of them. They're so picturesque, so storybook. Yeah, super adorable. Also, I've heard that England can be notorious for poor weather, and that's something I actually like. If I could just go and have literally a week of gloomy, gray, rainy weather, yeah, count me in. I also love the idea of being able to pop in and visit some of my UK YouTube buddies. I could meet up with Chantel and Cassie. That would be so fun. And then I could just write the vacation off in my taxes as a business expense. Yeah, really, I'm here for work. I think one of the biggest reasons to travel is to experience the food, and I would love to get down on a nice English breakfast. So the full English breakfast typically includes familiar staples like eggs, bacon, sausage, and toast, but gets a little unique by adding baked beans, blood sausage, and roasted tomatoes and mushrooms. I painted this plate with everything except the mushrooms, because me no like the mushrooms. And the blood sausage, I don't know about that one. I think I'd need to be in a very adventurous mood to give that a try, but I'm not saying no. Of course, I'd have to torture a cliche and pair my breakfast with a little English tea with milk and biscuits. Absolutely lovely. Back to the book, I kept the prompt a simple sky blue and glued in my pictures. This was actually fun. I loved planning out my own little make-believe vacation. We're going on a trip, but we don't need to pack our bags because we're going in our mind. But really, one day, maybe I could actually go. That brings us to the last page. Create an ending. Make this page into your official ending of the book. Add a completion date, write about what you got out of the book, etc. This is so bittersweet. However, I did make a couple of questionable choices for the last page. The first questionable choice, I decided that I needed to work directly in the book. Don't know why. I've already said that working directly in the book is really, really difficult now with how big the book has gotten. But something felt, I don't know, traditional about working in the book, and my heart said I needed to stick with tradition to honor the final page. Don't ask. Another questionable choice. I decided to finish with a landscape of sorts, which if you know me, you know I'm pretty weak at landscapes, and usually when I step out of my comfort zone and try to create them, I do not like how they turn out. So why in the world would I risk creating a page I don't like for the final page? Yeah, couldn't tell ya. But I had a vision of a long road in the middle of nowhere disappearing off into the distance with a big street sign in the foreground saying, "End of the road." I thought that would be a good visual for the finale of the book. And I guess in this case, I was way more invested in my concept for the final page than I was in my ability to actually execute it. You know what though? I actually wasn't bummed about it. It didn't turn out so bad. Maybe, unbeknownst to myself, I'm slowly improving at landscapes. We've got to add our completion date, September 8th, 2025, nearly 2 years after beginning. And what a journey it has been. Now, obviously, if I had just done one book at a time, I would have finished this one a long time ago, since at the start of these series, I was literally doing an episode every week. But honestly, I'm glad I started with all 3. Even though I've started doing the books less and less and less as I start working other types of content into my channel, having made so much progress in all of them kind of holds me accountable for finishing all of them now, which I will, one way or another. Time for the lettering, which I suck at. Although we've come to the end of the road. But I did want to emphasize that since we still have the other books, this is not the end of the road. We are simply one down with 2 more to go. And this, my friends, is the final page, finally completed, of the final episode of Create This Book. Whew. Now let's take a look back at what we completed this week. We created a scrapbook page dedicated to the newest member of the family, Hendrix. We created contrast with both the hot and cold versions of the seasonal classic pumpkin spice coffee. We created an assessment of daily driving through rush hour traffic, which is truly just the worst part of my day, every day. We created scenery, a page dedicated to my dream travel destination, the countryside of England. Man, now I really want to go. And lastly, we created our ending, a reminder that it's not really the end. We've come so far together, but we still have a ways to go. So yeah, let's not get all in our feels just yet. Save it for book 3. Now, I will be posting a full completed flip through next week. I want to give a big thank you to all of my More Monet members, all of you that support me through my Buy Me a Coffee page. If you're interested, you pay a small monthly fee and gain access to a bunch of behind the scenes content. Like Hendrix, I told you guys, my members got to see him first. Right after we got him, I posted him. And an extra special thank you to all of the new members that joined the gold tier since the last video. Xenia, Gray, Yolanda. I can't call you by your government name, Yolanda. That's my aunt. Thank you, Auntie. Love Some Everything, Misha, Kylie, Ashleigh, Kaylee, Shan, Dana, and Ivysaur. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't tell you all how much I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.